Nigga X about me, nigga X about me, nigga X about me.
Stino, what's going on, my boy? How we doing today? It's Ron, co-host of the Ron and Austino's podcast. I'm Ron, aka Mr. I Got You Cuts. This is Austin, aka Austino, on the episode 4. Yeah, we still here. Yeah,
We didn't give up.
we still here. And for the ones that think we ain't gonna keep on going, we gonna keep on going. So bear with us. But yeah, man. So how was your day? How was your day today, man?
Had to get out of Orlando. I went to the beach.
Okay, had to get
Did
your
a
mental
little-
clear
yeah,
for today?
yeah.
For tonight?
Nah, just in general.
Okay.
Just a reset.
Yeah. All right, sometimes you gotta do that, man. I know, hell, lately I need to do that, man. As much as I
When's
time.
the last time you've been to the beach?
You know what? Nia actually was talking about me and her days is off, so, but she was actually talking about taking the baby to the beach not too long
You
ago.
know a good place, a calm beach?
I know you probably know the beach to go
Siesta
to.
Keys.
Oh.
Nice.
I've never been
It's
there.
right there below Tampa. It's nice. The waters are calm. A lot of
Okay.
good food places to eat.
I'm gonna have to check that out
Yeah,
then.
the
one day.
water's nice and clear.
Yeah, I never been there. I never been there for sure. But all right, man, we got a good podcast for y'all today. We're gonna get into a couple of different things, some things that's popping around, that's going off right now. Like what you want to talk about?
I mean, there's a lot, right?
Yeah, it is. We talk. Hey, Zelensky and
Oh,
Trump went off last night. Today is Saturday night, so he went off last night, yesterday, dealing with Prime Minister of Ukraine, man.
Yes.
So you already know he's trying to flex his muscles on that. What else was going on? Then you got what? Elon Musk.
No, just in general, like people are scared right now on how the economy's going right now. I don't know how it is for you, but things have slowed down this week as far as plumbing. How have you been doing for the barbershop this week? Same old, or?
Honestly, barbering, it's like a roller coaster,
Yeah.
bro. I might have a good week. I might have a good week, going up. I hit a good, matter of fact, this was a good week for sure. Ever since I got back to work on Thursday, because Thursday is like my beginning of my work week, because Tuesday and Wednesday are my Saturdays and Sundays for most people. So Thursday was like my Monday. Started out blazing,
Nice. Nice.
and then today, another blazing,
Nice.
hitting them. Not a lot of downtime, which is always a good time. When I'm on my feet more than I am sitting, or when I'm on my feet more than I am editing, because I'm
Yes.
never just sitting. I'm always working, even when I'm not. But yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty decent week today.
Nice.
I mean, this week, so I can't complain.
It's just, I guess our country's in limbo right now.
Yeah.
And we're definitely divided. And I don't understand what's the society's obsession with billionaires
Yeah,
and why
they think they're truly out to help and save,
Exactly.
the people like us, everyday working day people,
And
when they're really truly out to protect what they have already established. They have a billionaire empire established, so they're going to do everything they can to protect what they have. They're not looking to help me and you.
Yeah. And their interviews are controlled. They're not even like, they're not asking real questions. They're not asking, hey, how come you got a picture with Jeffrey Epstein? Like, hey, why were you on that island? Or, the Trump
47.
administration said that they were going to expose the names that were on the flight logs. And they had I don't know if you saw it on the news, a fake binder.
Yeah, it was
A publicity stunt.
redacted. It was a redacted. It was more redacted than what it was already previously that they showed us. The flight log and the Epstein Blue Black book, it was already more redacted than what the redacted version that they gave us, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when that trial was going on, or before he got Epstein. So then they try to play like, oh yeah, so this is some new stuff. No, it ain't. Y'all ain't giving us nothing new. Tell us that 47, because I honestly don't even like to refer to him as president. I call him 45 and 47 now. He's 45 and 47.
Oh, that's what that number means? When they're wearing the hat?
I really don't refer to him as president. But yeah, 45 and 47, man. He was besties with Epstein.
Yeah.
And you know, if I'm besties with a person, we like to do a lot of the same things. Am I right? You like to do a lot of the same things with your bestie, with your best friend. If you call somebody your best friend, what you trying to do? Y'all like to do a lot of the same things. Y'all like similar things.
Yeah.
What was Epstein doing on them islands? Exactly.
No one even knows how he got his money.
Exactly.
It's like not even documented like how he got his money. But
Epstein, everyone knows what Epstein was doing on them islands. And so you trying to tell me Trump wasn't out there?
They have a picture with him at a party together.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they have a recorded conversation in 2003 saying, oh, he's a nice guy. I don't know any child molesters. I don't know anybody that I hang out with. I don't have anybody on my phone book with those type of names. I don't associate with anybody like that. Like, I don't even know one. Yeah. So it's bizarre.
Exactly. With that being said, it's like if a man actually goes out and says this guy is a good guy and he's caping for him, then I'm just assuming that you do the same type of you indulge in the same type of activities that he like to indulge in. You know,
Bill Gates,
because it's out of your mouth. Oh yeah.
Bill Gates.
Yeah. I'm just using them two.
Oh yeah.
Because yes, there is more on that list, on that black book. Yeah, there was more
David
on that black
Blaine,
book.
I think one of the magicians.
David Blaine?
Yeah.
No.
Not David Blaine.
Yeah. Not David.
He's
Blaine.
the good one, right?
Yeah.
There's some other one. I forgot. My bad, David Blaine. I apologize.
Yeah. I apologize, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. You know, Bill Clinton.
All types of people, powerful people.
You know, powerful people that can change the world, and that's.
What I don't really like what's going on, Ron, is Elon Musk in the White House. I don't think any billionaire should be in the White House. Even he's got a questionable past, and how Donald Trump is continually contradicting himself, talking about immigrants when Elon Musk
is an immigrant.
If you look at his biography, he came in here under illegal circumstances and went past his visa. So then he's from South Africa, went to Canada, came to America, overstated his visa, came up with PayPal. And then it's just like our society just constantly giving billionaires passes, and it's not right. And if anything, a billionaire should be held to a higher standard. And they're not doing anything for us.
Because they're out for themselves, and people merely need to understand that. They think, the billionaire is going to make the system better, make the economy and the system better and all this other stuff because they're a billionaire or they're a tech mogul or something like that. They're not doing that. They give the idea, for one, most of it comes from the idea of them. Then guess what? It branches on out to the researchers, the developers, the engineers. Elon Musk, all he did was probably think, hey, you know what? We should make an electric car.
Yeah.
Cool. So guess what? Now he goes down, sends that shit down to the producers. He sends that shit down to, he sends that down to the producers. He sends that down to the engineers, the directors, all the other board members, and they collectively put that together and create Elon's vision.
Yes.
So, or Bill Gates, or whoever, though Bill Gates' vision, Facebook.
Zuckerberg's
vision. That group, those group of people, they collect that, and they're the ones that produce what we're.
And I also want the viewers or the American people to realize is, I mean, he's got a questionable background, and he's not this great, like, he's he's not this great person, and he's like firing federal workers that, you know, that. What about him? Like, why isn't there research on Donald Trump, and then how Donald Trump has a bunch of failed business deals? I was doing some research today. You know, he used to have the Trump Day, like a bike race, the Trump Detour bike race. When's the last time has Donald Trump been on a bicycle? You know, it's just the board games. He had a board game that failed. He also, Atlantic City, it's the graveyard of casinos.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And then he brags about saying, like, some congresswoman called him out on it and said, well, at least I got out at the right time. But what about all the managers and the cocktail waitresses and the bus boys and the servers, and just using everybody as pawns? And he's just like, He even had like the wild saying, like, I'm gonna solve Israel and Gaza, and then he said we're gonna turn Gaza into Gaza into Cancun. We don't need you doing any real estate deals. We don't need you doing any type of real estate,
like, for real.
Because he's got a proven track record. He tried to take on the NFL, try to start his own league, bombed the first year. Jerry Jones is a more successful businessman than this guy, but it's just like he's a fraud. And then people constantly defending, oh, give him a chance, give him a chance. I kind of got in a little debate at the office at work and saying, like, when is he going to deliver? And then everybody makes all these excuses, and it's just like nothing has changed. And if anything, we've gotten worse as a country.
Oh, yeah. And let alone, now we could put the economy side to the side. But as a division, as a people, it's become divisive. Obviously, you was able to see that back in his first term on, wait a minute, was that the first term?
2016.
January 6th?
2016.
Yeah, okay. So when everybody stormed the White House.
White House, the Capitol building. It's actually the Capitol building.
Yeah, the Capitol building. Yeah, when everyone stormed the Capitol building. And you was able to see that, you saw the type of people that was going up in there.
They should have got shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see, I don't know if you remember that around this time during COVID, when all that went down. But do you remember when they said we're going to storm Area 51, and then Area 51 put out a notice saying you crossed the property line, we're going to use deadly force. So it's just like, it just seemed kind of staged, like the whole like storming of the Capitol building. So
that was the plan, because Area 51 is on their own thing. They don't play that. They do what they do. You don't mess with it. They probably don't even run off of the government, nothing like that. They do whatever the hell they do. So you don't come there. Trump was running that whole Trump is the face man for what happened during the storming of the Capitol building.
I mean, his past just speaks for himself. Is like the Trump University, people losing money on that. Real estate deals, people lost money on that. And then I actually like the vice president. I like his story. He came from a single mother. She was a drug addict, and then he was able to join the Marine Corps and become a lawyer. And I don't know, I guess he's like a stockbroker, but that's the only one that's really like keep him in the fight. But it's just like, oh man, it's just like the people voted for him, and then this is what we got. So I mean, I hope things start turning around, but it's not looking good so far.
I'm not hopeful for any of it. I'm just being honest. I think this is going to be a very rough 4 years.
Yeah.
And for sure. I definitely think this is going to be a very.
Do you think the economy is going to get better this year or progress? I hope. I mean, I'm a plumber, bro, so I kind of need things to start turning around.
I agree. I agree. I'm a barber, so I'm trying. Shit, I need people sitting in my hair.
And we live in an expensive state. It's not cheap to live in Florida.
No, it's not.
And you know, the groceries out here are not cheap.
No, it's not at all. Like
I spent $100 on dog food today.
And that's just dog food.
That's good dog food.
Yeah,
but that's because I'm trying to take care of my dog. But I mean, things are expensive here. It's not cheap to live in Florida.
No, it's
not.
So
that's what also people need to consider if they ever move down here, is that, you know, we live in an expensive state. And, you know, all this government stuff is affecting us. It's affecting my industry that I'm in, and it's affecting your industry. But it's just like how these people like us that are on our level want to worship Elon Musk like he's like a prophet or a messiah. He's a crook. He's a crook. And I can't believe at one time I had some money in crypto. Well, I still do have money in crypto and I'm invested, but there was one moment that I was going to pop and I had like all these fantasies. I was like, I'm going to buy a cyber truck. I'm going to do all this stuff and that. And I'm like, for what? I mean, like the EV game, if you do your research, it's the modern day blonde diamond. It's the modern day blood diamond. And, you know, people don't realize where lithium comes from. It comes from Congo. They got 8-year-old kids mining in sandals. 80-year-old men getting 10 cents a day. I don't know. Like, I mean, is that like slavery or not? I mean, how can in any country survive off 10 cents a day? So it's sad, but people don't want to talk about it. And, you know, there's so many issues that I feel like the government's not focusing on, and these billionaires keep getting passes left and right.
Yeah, because they putting blinders on us to distract us.
Yeah.
You know, they putting blinders on to distract us so we don't see what's really going on. But like you said, there is a whole bunch of other stuff going on that these people are not letting us get privy to, that the people of us is not privy to.
Yeah.
Well, we're the percentage. We are the working class people is the top percentage.
The middle class and lower class.
Y'all 1% of the company. I mean of the country.
Yeah.
If that. You know, so with that being said, I'm sorry, you gotta cater to y'all 1%. And you know what's crazy? I didn't don't quote me on this. But I did hear something, and it made me, and this was years ago that I heard about this, but it was like the top billionaires control, or either not say necessarily control, but they make up.
They can control the market.
Yeah.
They can even control sports gambling. They can move the market to move how they want it to move.
Yeah.
And they can manipulate stocks. They can short stocks. That's what the whole thing with the AMC stocks and the GameStop stocks. And those hedge funds lost money. I even see it in the plumbing industry. All these the property groups are international buyers. They're from China. They're from Canada. They're from England. And not to say that they shouldn't be able to buy it, but they're not paying the taxes that we pay. They don't have to contribute to the local economy. We contribute to the local economy. So why shouldn't these international people have to pay a premium tax? You know, it's just like there's got to be some more consistency in the government.
I mean, they about to get into paying some taxes with them tariffs. That he's out here trying to put on people and stuff on the countries and whatnot. So yeah, they about to start paying. But yeah, no. But yeah,
I mean, if you go through the decades of time, like 4 decades, he's had failed business ventures left and right. He's claimed bankruptcy at least 4 times, maybe more than that. I know documented right now from what I saw today 4 times.
Yeah.
So, and then like his competition for the presidential race, anybody could have won that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like he had real competition.
Yeah.
So
I don't wanna.
I don't know. He might get impeached this year. I mean, this during his reign, but you never know.
The dude's supposed to be in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Let alone impeached. He's supposed to literally be in jail. They made a specific rule for him so he's not in jail.
Yeah.
Like, point, like, come on, man. Like, forget impeachment. Like, that's crazy. Like, we got literally got a felon as a president.
Yeah.
That's how you know, man. I still, to this day, I swear on everything. I swear to this day, I still believe the first time he ran, I swear he was with Elon and Bill Gates and all them dudes. They was probably out having one wild ass crazy coke party, and they was out there and was like, hey man, getting drunk and stuff, and was like, yo, I'm gonna go run for president.
Yeah.
Trump was like, yo, I'm gonna run for president. The other ones was like, yo, I bet you won't. And he's like, yo, I bet I will. And fuck around and found out. Yeah, messed around and found out. We all messed around and found out. Yeah, this dude.
I just feel like lobbyists and billionaires, like these people shouldn't be involved in our government. It should be like a public servant, like someone like a judge or a cop that genuinely wants to do something to change and that isn't compromised by a lobbyist giving them money and prostitutes and all that stuff. So all that stuff goes on in DC and people don't talk about it. People don't want to call people out. People are scared to speak up for themselves. You got to give that dude Bernie Sanders some credit. Because he stands up to all of them.
Yeah, he do.
And you know, you can say whatever you want. He's too liberal. He's too this. But he's. I've saw some videos today.
Uncle Bernie was old.
Yeah.
Oh, he was old. Uncle Bernie was old.
And then how come Elon and Trump, they can't stand up to it because they know that they're not going to be able to win in a debate.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then it's so obvious Elon's running the country. Why is Elon even in the White House? You know, and then what has he done for humanity? What has he done for his home country of South Africa? There's people hiding in wheels trying to go to London, England,
airplanes,
hiding up in the wheel well, trying to falling out, and there's only been like a couple survivors, and it's sad, and you know he's trying to. It's like the government doesn't even try to lie anymore. Their lies don't even make sense anymore.
That's what it is.
They got lazy with the lies.
I was about to say
they got lazy with the lies, and they don't even try anymore to cover things up.
That's what it is.
And you know,
that's exactly what it is. And plus, people are starting to get. I think people are starting to get a little more hip. I think maybe like the more younger generation is starting to get a little hip. The older folks, I mean, they still in their ways and they still believe. But younger folks, you can't just tell them nothing.
I think I have another theory with the younger generation.
You can't just tell them nothing. You got to show them, prove them everything. You know what I mean? Older generation, a little bit. And you know what? Our generation, we're literally in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just tell me nothing. Even though I grew up on the fact that, like, yo, if you tell me this is this, okay, then all right, I'm gonna believe it. But we also came up in that era where we can figure this stuff out too.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm like, you know what? I'm finding this a little bit questionable. Let me go ahead and Google. Let me do my Googles. A word. Oh, so that's what's happening. Yo, Trump. Yeah. What's going on with such and such? Nah, and that's the point. They don't understand. They can't give us an answer for the stuff that we're thinking about.
They're detached from us. That's what they're saying. Yeah. We need to have people in our leaderships that are relatable, that really know how people are really struggling out here. Then the cost of living, the groceries. What about, like, we actually had a conversation about it this morning when we were like, yo, we're good. You and I are good. We're in a good financial spot. Like, we could lay low. Decent. We could lay low for like 3 months if we wanted to and not even think twice about it. But there's some people that couldn't even dream of living like that. There's people that are living literally week to week.
They need
and taking payday loans out, taking loans out on getting co-signed and just ruining their credit. And it's just, people really out here hurting. And it's sad that, you would think like a billionaire would just be like, man, you know what? I would like to use this money for good. And
you know what's crazy? Not to cut you off, but as I sit there and think, when you hear numbers like, God, Elon Musk,
Yes.
$400 billion. What are you using that money for? Like you said,
No.
$400 billion?
And a lot of that money's in stocks. It's in stocks.
Yeah.
It's not even in like
It's
he's
not
got
like
it.
like he can grab
it's
it
in
and
his
take it
bank
out.
account. Like he can put $400 billion.
But even what he can pull out, let's just say whatever he can pull out of, just on an everyday.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can touch a nice chunk of that. He got more money than most countries' GDPs.
Yes.
Countries.
Yes.
That one man, like you said. And then you got other billionaires that they want to go scuba diving and looking for. They want to go flying to the moon and stuff.
I mean, Jeff Bezos wants
go scuba diving,
Tony Gonzalez
to the Mars
yeah.
and stuff, and go scuba diving looking for the Titanic. And then you know little stupid stuff like that.
Jeff Bezos.
Go use that money, and create a better world.
Yeah.
Yo, use that money and let's create a better world for everyone. But they don't want to because they haven't been back. They never was from where we're from, or they never have experienced it, or they was always spoon fed. That silver spoon, that gold spoon.
They don't care.
And
I wish people would stop getting distracted by the TikTok and stuff like that and really see what's going on. And we got to start
TikTok
coming together
to really see, because TikTok be exposing what's really going on. Stop using TikTok for little dance trends and stuff like that, because it ain't doing nothing but frying you. You're watching dance videos and you're sitting there, whatever.
The programmers are the same programmers that they have on the slot machines in Las Vegas. That's the same programs. They make it addictive so that you're hooked. So that's why I do take breaks from my phone, because I don't want to get lost in the sauce and lost in the rabbit holes of the virtual world. It's good and bad, but you can't be on it. They say the average person in the world spends 25% of their time in the digital world, and I believe that. So somewhere
I can see that.
Yeah, they're listening to it.
But see, if you're spending a quarter of your life.
Quarter of the day.
Yeah, okay. So a quarter of the day doing something digitally.
That's 6 hours.
That's not fueling your mind with anything. There's an issue.
Yeah.
Because like you said, that's 6 hours of junk. Just inhaling junk. If it ain't teaching you something, or you trying to figure out something, what's the point?
Yeah.
And that's why I had to make that whole mindset, my whole shift. I had to shift my whole training, these last couple of years. I'm like, man, I can't just be scrolling aimlessly.
Yeah.
Do I do it every once in a while? Yeah, of course. But nowadays, I do scroll with a purpose. And if I am doing something, if I am scrolling, I'm scrolling to try and figure out, like, damn, how am I gonna trying to get an idea, or trying to see what's going on currently in the world or something like that, because I need ideas, because that's the only way it's going to translate to some type of income for me and my family. So I can't just be scrolling aimlessly or something like that. Nah, man, I scroll with a purpose. I do Instagram and YouTube nowadays. Yeah, YouTube. YouTube nowadays with a purpose. Some entertainment, but there is a purpose behind my stuff.
Yeah.
And you just can't out here, you can't just be doing it aimlessly, because it's not beneficial to you. It's just beneficial to the person you consuming it.
And that's another way that billionaires can manipulate
and throw their propaganda.
Propaganda too.
By them billionaire tech people, they going down and telling these people, hey, I need for you to push this agenda out here. Whatever I'm thinking about, I need for y'all to find a creative way to push this agenda to the people, to the masses, so they can hop on my wave, even though it's looking like it's y'all wave. But this is what I'm telling y'all to push.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sad. It's just how, I mean, I'm trying to be super positive. I'm trying to have hope because I did preach hope on the first episode. But
Yeah, you
some
right.
things
You right.
in the past 4 weeks, it's just
Yeah.
makes you think like, wow.
It's crazy how much
I'm really like,
times do change.
if things do
So
get
quick.
bad, I'm just gonna embrace it and just we still gotta wake up. We still gotta work, and whatever's
know-
gonna happen out there is
know-
gonna happen.
And that's been my mindset. And I've said that for the last ever since the first Trump term. And I'm like, you know what? Every day I still gotta go wake up. I gotta go out here, whatever the economy is, if it's a jacked up economy or if it's a decent economy, I still gotta go out here, get some money so I can provide for my family. Whether we gonna eat I'm trying to use
Ramen noodles,
hell yeah, okay, sure. We'll
peanut butter
use it
jelly
like
sandwiches.
Whether we eating
the
peanut
budget
butter,
eating.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
called budget eating.
Yeah, whether we budgeting the eating or if we can spend a little bit. We still gonna eat.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Exactly.
We still gonna eat. And I'm still gonna get up and I'm still gonna go out and get it so I can eat.
And no matter what career you're in, you always got to save for a rainy day. And you also have to have a contingency plan, which is a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
So if things get rough, you got to be able to be like, all right, what's my move? And I think sometimes people get like a deer caught in the headlight when bad things happen.
Yeah, start back because they don't have that mindset.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Oh my God! This, that, and the third. I lost my job or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have nothing like you said in the rainy day fund or nothing. You know, and it'll get bad for a person that don't have that, and wild thoughts can happen.
Most people
when you don't
only
have
have $500 to their name.
Yeah.
And they're living check to check.
Literally check to check, bro.
And
I remember being that dude. Hell, I was in the military being that dude. When that income tax check came, I stretched that thing for the year up until the next income tax change.
Yeah.
I remember by Christmas time I was dead broke, but I stretched it because I was trying to make sure, because it was just me taking care of 3 people. So I had to stretch and figure out things all kinds of ways.
Yeah.
With no help. So
You gotta be able to innovate, adjust, and
conquer.
And yeah, exactly.
Conquer after that. When you figure it out, you gotta be able to adjust to it.
Yeah. If things get bad here, we gotta figure it out. Whatever. So, I mean, luckily, people are always gonna need a haircut and people are always gonna need plumbing.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get the finer things in life at the end of the day.
Crap,
we're trying to
rolls
do
downhill,
stuff. But
and your hair grows every 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're hoping things turn around.
I'll be seeing you.
So I'm trying to be more optimistic, but
I
might have to turn off the news for a week just to detach from the world. Just because it just seems like
honestly, that's how I felt this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because I was working so hard on. Honestly, I was working so hard on just editing these videos and stuff like that. I honestly didn't have nothing until today.
I think I'm gonna go into hibernation as far as like news goes.
Yeah, I didn't have nothing until like today.
Yeah.
That's the first time this week I actually started. I tried to like get into what's going on. Like sit down, like, hey, what's going on in the?
It's a circus,
and it was kind of like refreshing, like you said. Because you don't have to really worry about it and see it, But yeah, No, that's one of them things.
I mean, they say, well, you got to do something. You know, I mean, we're trying to do something, but at the end of the day, we got to focus on our goals. Like say something like write your senator or say like, you got to do something. You got to get out there and vote. But
man, listen,
I don't know.
Like I said,
I
don't trust none of them, regardless. Period. You can hate me if you want to. I'm not voting.
Yeah,
I'm not voting for presidents and now I would go and vote for the city councils, the governors of that nation, because they're the ones actually that can, you know, yeah, they got to go by the bigger picture too at the end of the day, but they got a little bit more hearsay with how their city and how their whatchamacallit is ran. You know, but yeah, like I said, man, you can hate me all you want. I'm not voting. I don't vote.
that's why my hope for
I have not voted since Barack's first term, not second, first.
My hope for this channel is to almost, you know, help build the community in Central Florida, because this is where we work and this is where we live. So if we could help like some troubled kids get a skill set, like someone that's lost like 19, 20, and then maybe I could teach him how to be a plumber, teach him some things, or you could teach him how to be a barber. I feel like that's our calling. And then that would be, you know, our duty as a man for, you know, just as like a society, like just doing our parts as like a public servant. And that's something I would like to do too. 'Cause there's a lot of men lost out here. A lot of men. And if there's a woman that wants to do plumbing, I have no problem teaching her plumbing, but it's very rare. But,
of course,
you know, vice versa for you too. I wouldn't mind teaching somebody and mentoring somebody, because at the end of the day, money is cool, but you know, you got to do things bigger than yourself.
Yeah, man. You gotta be able to push your knowledge, especially when you get out.
And that's the only way we're gonna be able to change this. Our community in Florida, in Central Florida, is doing our part, trying to build this channel up on positive actions.
When we're our age that we are now, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to think, because honestly, like I said, me and my pops, we ain't never really talked. I mean, we're okay now, but it was a long time. Me and my pops never really talked. So I didn't, like, throughout my whole 20s, I didn't really talk to my pops. Even though, like, he was a phone call away and we didn't get bad until like maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago. But my whole 20s, I didn't have nobody to talk to, like as a man, a manly figure, you know. So whatever tutelage I got from my pops up until about 19 or 20, that's about what I got. You know, everything else I had to learn and do it myself.
I mean, at any age group, but you want something like a career. You want something that you can be proud of. You don't want to work at McDonald's. And that's why you don't want to work in the food industry.
That is exactly why when I talk to young men that sit on them 18, 19, 20-year-old, the young brothers that sit in my chair, I talk to them, ask them how they doing, what they got going on, what's their career, what you going to school, you got kids, you got a goal, you got goals, aspirations, and you know, sometimes if they're receptive, they'll hear me. And you know, they'll say, yeah, I'm going to school, or I just came out here from Arizona or something like that, and you know, I got a nice job or whatnot. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, that's what's up, brother. Keep that focus, keep that energy. But also at the same time, I'm also trying to push them into make sure at the end of the day, use what you can use, especially this young in your career. You're full of energy, you're full of, you know, you ain't got no strings, you ain't got
you take some risks.
You ain't got,
and
go ahead and take them risks, because all you got is a phone bill and gas and a portion of rent to probably pay somebody. You don't have nobody that you gotta that relies on you. So go ahead and take them risks. Work that. Go ahead. Do things. You know, throw it out there on the wall. See what sticks.
Yeah.
I'm 30. I'll be 36 in a couple weeks. I'm throwing stuff out there on the walls just to see what sticks. And that's hard. That's hard because brother got 3 kids. I got a mortgage. I got a wife. I got people that need me. But I'm also doing it because I'm also doing it because sometimes you gotta, like, matter of fact, what's it, Steve? I think I heard Steve say this. You gotta be willing to step off that cliff.
You talking about Steve Harvey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Steve Harvey. Yeah, you gotta be willing to step off that cliff and believe you can fly.
Just for the record, you can Wikipedia and it says he's born in West Virginia.
I know, I did it. I did it.
You tried to call me out on live on TV.
I did it because I was like, what?
all right,
I didn't know. And then I Wikipedia.
You know how if I feel about something and I know I got my facts right, I'm not gonna say
man,
I saw the video and I looked at the back and I was like, oh, he really did try to question me.
A little bit. I was
Steve Harvey's really,
because I always heard from his mouth, Ohio, Cleveland.
His dad was a miner in West Virginia.
Yep.
So maybe halfway through his childhood, he did.
Yeah, probably. He probably had like a similar situation.
He definitely
like
remembers West Virginia.
He probably had like a similar situation like me. See, I was born in Jersey till about 14, and then I moved to Atlanta from 14 to about 20, 21.
Yeah.
Maybe 20. So and that's why when I talk to people, you know, depending on where I'm from, I'll tell them I'm from either Georgia or from Jersey.
What part of Atlanta are you from, though? Are you from the country part?
Nah.
The city part? Like, how far were you from downtown Atlanta?
Henry County. So I'm from McDonough.
I have no idea what that is.
That's like 20. Well, depending on the time of day, it could be 30 minutes from Atlanta to about an hour from Atlanta. Yeah, because that traffic, the 285, 85, 75.
Highway 4 goes through there too, right?
No, 75 do.
75.
Yeah, 75, 85.
I think it's
75 runs right through, shoots right through Atlanta. And then you got a big old circle called 285 that encloses Atlanta. And then you got 85, it branches off a portion off of 285. So
you were in high school. You were in high school when Michael Vick was.
Oh yeah.
So remember that?
Oh yeah. The Michael Vick experience, boy.
Yeah.
I was what?
He was on.
Yeah, I was a Falcon fan.
Yeah.
That was back when I was a Falcon fan. Yeah.
When all that stuff went down, that was wild.
Yeah. I was a Falcon fan, and even for a brief moment, I was an Eagles fan because of Mike Vick. I'm not an Eagles fan no more, but I was only an Eagles fan because of Mike. I'm saying that out loud, yes. But I was always a Giant. But those couple of years when he was in Philly, it was rough because I would root for Mike, but I want my Giants to win.
I like his story though.
Oh man, yo, you can't tell me nothing about Mike Vick. I don't care, man. Yo, don't I don't care. Don't try me with that, man. It's like, I don't. All right, he did what he did. Okay, so
he owned up to it.
Now look at where this man is right now. Look at where this man done came to now. This man is the head coach, Norfolk State, Virginia.
That's his hometown.
Exactly. Come on, man.
They call it the beach, the Virginia Beach. They call it the 7 cities.
The 7 cities?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know what the 7 cities are, but that's what they call it.
Okay.
Because it's Virginia Beach, Newport News. It's all types.
Are they all like near each other? Or
something they just call it the 7 cities.
Okay.
The Virginia Beach area.
Yeah. So shout outs to Mike Vick, man. You did that, man. Congratulations, brother. Like I said,
Mike. Not too many people from Northern Virginia that are famous.
I don't know, man. All y'all from Virginia.
Wale's kind of from Northern Virginia a little bit.
I don't know.
DC.
All y'all from Virginia, man. I'm just thinking about
There's actually a country artist from Woodbridge, Virginia, where I'm from. His name's Shabuzi.
Oh yeah. He's a new guy. He's from Virginia.
Black is Nigerian immigrants. Got a good story, but I like Shabuzi.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
yeah.
Nia had put me on
The whiskey
bit.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, Nia, she put me on to his music not too long ago. I was like, who this?
I was super happy when I found out he was from Woodbridge. I was like, damn, dude from Woodbridge made it. And he's on CMT. And he's like country, he's breaking boundaries. So that's why I kind of like how like
It's
everybody, it's not a black thing or a white thing or an Asian thing or a Latino thing. Everybody's like kind of fusing together. That's with hip hop.
I'll say this. I like what he's doing because he's authentically him.
Yeah.
Compared to what Beyonce did.
Oh yeah, just trying to hop on the bandwagon. Yeah.
I don't care. Kill me. Beehive, come on. Bring it. I don't care. Beyonce hopped on a train, she hopped on a wave, and she is not really country. I'm gonna say it. I don't care.
Yeah. But yeah,
and she's a lot worse than what everyone says too.
I like the way he thinks too. I've watched his interview, Shabuzi, and it's actually Shabuzi is actually a Nigerian name, so he's like giving credit to where he's from and just thinking outside the box, man.
Yeah,
definitely an innovator. So
yeah,
shout out to Northern Virginia.
Yeah,
Northern Virginia.
Yeah, shout out to
play
Northern
me like
Virginia.
I'm from South, but
man, brother,
Virginia's half. There's a difference between Northern Virginia and Southern Virginia, and that Virginia Tech side, Blacksburg, Virginia. There's a big difference. Man. I've never even been on that side of town. I've only been in Virginia Beach and Richmond, but that whole like Appalachians side, I don't know anything about that. So just I-95. Yeah.
He said, you said just the I-95 side.
Yeah, just Richmond, and then Virginia Beach.
That's literally about the most I know about Virginia too. It's just the I-95 side. Because you come down there for vacation, Virginia Beach, like you said.
Yeah.
Richmond, my pop's there, so yeah.
And Virginia Beach is kind of far from Northern Virginia too. I think it's like a 2.5 hour. I haven't been there in a long time.
Damn. 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Driving. But then again, let me stop saying 2.5 hours is a long time to drive in the same state. But for them up north East Coast states, that's a long time. Driving in those states and stuff. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, this week, it's just, the news is just getting a little too much for me. So I'm just gonna get locked in on my goals. I'm gonna lock in on going to the gym, eating healthy, always trying to make money in plumbing, and that's what I'm gonna focus on in this month of March. I'm gonna just, whatever this is, government that we have, and this crazy Darth Vader billionaire that's running the country, because really Elon Musk is running the show. That's 100%.
Yeah, people always joke.
Yeah, he was the biggest donor. And then I also want people to realize is Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, they all have gotten richer, not millions, billions, since Donald Trump has been elected. So everybody in that inauguration has something to do with Donald Trump. And they're all in cahoots with each other. And we call a spade a spade. It's obvious that they're in cahoots with each other. Yeah. It's like they're not even trying to hide it anymore. And that's if you're gonna lie, at least try. They're like they don't even care if you believe it or not, or if we talk about it on video, or we try to start a movement. But that's why we're just gonna, for this episode, we're just gonna preach on our goals. And we're just gonna control. That's what what I want this episode to be about.
Honestly, that's just.
And we're just gonna let all this little crazy stuff out and just control our world and our community in Central Florida. So I'm gonna do. We got some big things planned in the next 2 or 3 months for the community of Central Florida, and we're not gonna talk about it like these mayors do, or they talk about these corporations. We're actually gonna be out there with the people, and take care of people and change people's lives.
Soon be getting interviews to the people too.
Yeah.
So
We're just trying to get our timing right.
We
got new mics.
We working.
Look at the new mics with the magnet.
We're here.
He's leaving me hanging.
We're here. Oh.
I was out there for like fucking 2 minutes. I was like, dude, I was like,
man, yeah.
Yeah, you remember like the basketball players? You see them like, oh yes, yeah, or Shaq and the Fool. They're like this.
Yeah,
and they're like,
they just dap themselves. I know I do that all the time when I get left hanging, but nah, man.
But you know what I love about our city, bro? Kissimmee and Orlando.
Okay.
We got a lot of entrepreneurs, man. We got a lot of people in their pickup trucks doing their thing out here. We got really people thinking outside the box, man. And if you really want it out here in Central Florida, sorry for coughing. If you really want it, you can get it. And I see a lot of inspiration when I see these pickup trucks and these local businesses, and I love it. So,
and you know what? Being here, we're dealing with like young customers and stuff like that. There's a lot of young, like you said, entrepreneurial mindsets. There's a couple of diamond in the rough. I met one earlier today, man. He's actually a video editor and stuff too. I was like, yo, I'm about to lock in with him because this is woohoo. Editing these videos up until 1, 2 in the morning.
And he could probably do it like that.
That's what I said too.
He could probably do it in 30 minutes.
That's what I don't know about that now. I don't know, but then again, he probably could.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the editing parts, like changing stuff.
I'm just like,
obviously you got to watch the hour video and change it up.
Oh yeah, but yeah, no, it's like, man, I'm sure. So these young entrepreneurial mindsets and stuff like you see. Like I see with some of these young brothers and sisters and stuff. Well, mainly young brothers. Not a lot of sisters come here, but you know, teach his own. Every once in a while. But yeah, these young brothers and stuff, man.
Yeah, Ron can cut women's hair too.
Yes, I can.
That's where the money's at. Them $800 haircuts.
I can't do that. I ain't put. I'm no.
Oh damn! I almost threw him out there.
I get your fade. I get your taper. You know. Still working on that. Eventually.
No highlights.
Eventually, we gonna add that to the service.
I thought you had your stylist license.
No, man. I'm like that was school stuff. Like, I was only doing that.
That's what a stylist is when you cut women's hair, right?
Yeah, you got to get the remaining hours to.
How much school is that?
Cosmetology. How much was theirs? I think theirs was like 700 hours. It was like
6 months.
Was it 1,200? Ours was 1,200. So in order to get the cosmetology, I think it was 1,700 hours. Do not quote me on that, but I do believe it was like 1,700. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd have to double.
Does
check.
anybody cut women's hair in here, or this is just a barbershop?
No, it's a barbershop, but
I see the
coworker next
the wash station.
Yeah. You know, we always got my coworker next to me. She dabbles.
Oh yeah.
And we used to have another barber that used to dabble in it a little bit more than she do. So, yeah, no. We all get busy in our own way, you know. Everybody got their own little favorite haircuts and whatnot. Favorite haircuts and what they like to do and stuff like that too. So it's just what we put out there, you know.
All right. Well, got a couple more minutes, like 10 more minutes of the podcast. I'd like to talk about some goals that we have for March. What are some short-term goals that you would like to achieve by the end of March?
How many? What's it?
Gotcha.
So we got like 4 episodes. We got 4 episodes. I want to be able to do an interview. I want to be able to do at least I want to interview somebody.
All right.
I want to do an interview for somebody before the end of March. It's literally March 1st.
You gonna sit here?
We'll figure that out. I'll probably do like
we in this little box right here.
Yeah, probably do like a wide angle or something like that. But we'll figure
or
it out.
like you gotta figure out the dual cameras or something.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking right there. I know because it ain't gonna be next week. So, But I do know,
and that's a good way we can build our community.
Before April 1st, I want to be able to interview somebody.
One interview.
I want to get an interview.
Our first interview.
So we gotta for sure lock in, and we gotta be able to.
And we actually have people that want to do it too.
I know we do.
That's the thing. I tell them we're not ready.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold on, you know who you are. Yeah. And you better be watching. So we better hear something from you when you hear this, when you see this, so you know.
So, I mean.
But yeah, we just working on our stuff, getting our time in and making sure that we on point with our subjects and topics and whatnot. And I wouldn't, just because I say I want to do an interview, if I don't feel like we're not there, I'm not going to do an interview.
Yeah.
I want to make sure because I don't want to say that just to be like, oh, well, yeah. Well, all right, now we got to expect to do an interview for some time in the next couple of weeks. No. I want to make sure we're good. We're understanding our timing. We got our topics and everything going on.
We keep the you knows to 5 below. 5 below you knows. But in our defense, I've been analyzing a lot of podcasters, and even the big ones say it too.
Yeah.
So it's like a universal like stutter, I guess.
Yeah. It is.
So it's nothing. Even Superman does it.
Yeah, because it's you trying to articulate
trying
the words.
To think about it, and then you're trying to think about it. But
it takes a second.
From how I'm gonna do it from now on, when I'm filming, I'm just gonna pretend the camera's not even there.
I mean, that's how. I mean, I know. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
you're Mr.
about
Movie Star. I'm just got in the game.
I was about to say, for me, it doesn't even matter because I'm not saying natural, but I can just flow. It doesn't even matter to me. I can flow. I mean, whether it's a camera right here or 3 of these mugs looking at us, because I don't even care. I can talk. And like I said, so I do want to get an interview done. Like I said, I won't force it.
Yeah.
But I do want to get one interview for us.
That'd be awesome.
That's a short term. What about you?
I mean, for me, I want to go hit the gym, still eat healthy. I want to be more social, be more of a social butterfly.
I got one for you.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you're going to say.
Yeah, you said social butterfly. You want to be more social.
Yeah.
I need for you to get more active on social media.
Oh, Lord.
And that don't mean just me tagging you in some post. That don't mean me just tagging you in a post and it's on your page now. No. I need for you to go ahead and post something.
I'll do some beach trips. I'll do some beach trips.
Exactly. You took a bunch.
I should do my
Did you take some pictures?
No, I didn't take any pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, beach trips, things like that, just take a picture.
When I was at the beach, I just wanted to just chill
I
out.
know.
I had my phone. I didn't want to
off.
put my phone. I was just trying to enjoy it.
Exactly.
I mean, I was on the East Coast, so I was like, damn, on the other side of this is Africa. I was just like thinking about stuff like that when I walk on the beach.
That's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then when I'm on the Gulf, when I'm in Tampa and I walk on the beach, I'm like, oh, Mexico's right over there. Like Castaway, like Tom Hanks, like something out of there, man. But
that's a good concept to have.
Yeah, definitely trying to build this community up in Central Florida, man. That's another goal I'd like for this channel. And I feel like we should do it. I mean, we have to do it. I mean, we already done it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it.
We're on our 4th episode, and I feel like this is our gateway to really doing big things and helping people and really like motivating people, because these billionaires ain't gonna do it for us.
Sure ain't.
They're not gonna help these people. They don't care about. The owners of this barbershop, they don't care about any entrepreneur. If anything, they want everything to be a corporation.
Yep.
And we have to stand up as a people to these corporations.
Yep.
So, and we got to be able to see the smoking mirrors.
See through the BS.
Yeah, smoking
See through the
mirrors,
bull.
and when we're getting manipulated on the news, and we really need to help. You know, we know what it is, but we also need to help the people know what it is too.
Sure enough.
So just because you and I, we know it's BS,
we done got
but
burnt
we
a
also
couple
got
times.
to educate the young ones or the people that are getting manipulated or they're getting caught up in the hype. So
that's why I tell them all the time when they sit in my chair, get your own. You can't fire yourself. You can't fire yourself. Only thing you can do is have a pep talk.
also get a trade. If you're not going to own your own stuff,
Yep.
get a trade.
Yep. Because
the most important
that
thing
right
you can
there,
do.
you can build anything. Right now, if we wanted to, we can replumb this whole damn. Me and you right now, we can replumb this whole unit.
Yeah. And we're talking about that's like $15,000 worth of work right
What?
there.
What? Psst, easy.
So-
we can replumb this if we want to.
Yeah. For
So-
the right price.
Yep. yeah. For the right price. You
Yeah.
know, maybe I'll take a couple days off of barbering and, you know, dust the tools off again.
Yeah. You still
But-
got your tools?
Yeah, I told you about the job I did at my mother's house.
Nice.
My mother-in-law's.
Nice.
Replumbed her bathroom. So yeah, every once in a
Plumber.
while I still do it. But like I said, that was the first time.
Barber.
Yeah, that
like
was
a
the first
movie.
time. I don't do that like that no more. I remember that was some back-breaking stuff. But yeah, man, I think today was a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man.
We're going to avoid the outside noise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
outside
listen.
Yeah.
You can't listen to outsiders.
And as far as the economy, we're going to see what these interest rates are at the end of March. So hopefully, you know, the Federal Reserve cuts these interest rates. So, you know, I mean, I kind of need these corporations to start taking loans out so people start feeling comfortable buying houses. And I feel like with the plumbing, people are just avoiding it at
it's
all
just
costs. And I feel it when I come in the house, like they're already in defense mode, and I can feel the energy.
I remember them.
And
I remember that too.
I mean, the only
remember
thing
that.
we can do is hope.
Yeah.
And then we can just be good people. And I hope to be a good person always and progress in this crazy world of ours.
Yeah. And with that being said, we about to log off. Episode 4. Ron and
Should have left you
Austino.
hanging.
You was looking at me. If you left me hanging while
should've been
looking
like-
at me, that would be blatantly disrespectful.